A man was out to dispose of his trash when he noticed some poor, abandoned kittens. It seemed their owner couldn't care for them anymore and had discarded them. Luckily, this kind man was there just in time. He placed the little kittens in the basket he used to dispose of his trash. The poor kittens' condition was already critical, and only a miracle could help them survive. But this man did his best to revive them. He carefully walked home and placed them on a dry cloth to keep them warm, praying they would survive the night. The next day, he checked on them and was relieved to find all 4 kittens still alive. With hope renewed, he dried them off and prepared food mixed with medicine for them. He fed them one by one, hoping for the best, and then let them sleep. The next day, they woke up healthy, and the kittens seemed to be on their feet. He gave them some healthy food and gently placed them to eat. Not just that, he bought a small cage and a blanket for them so they would have a better place to sleep. The kittens seem happy and healthy now as they begin to explore their new home. It's a joy to see these 4 kittens survive against the odds. This poor cat was so weak he couldn't even stand. His condition was critical, and he needed help fast. Kind neighbors noticed the suffering kitten and knew they had to act, even though they feared he might not survive. They took him home, fed him to build his strength, and gave him a bath to wash away the dirt. Despite their efforts, the kitten showed no improvement, so they rushed him to the vet. The skilled vet worked tirelessly, and after hours of care, the kitten finally took a few steps. He stayed at the vet for several days, slowly recovering. Thanks to their love and care, the kitten is now on the mend, growing stronger each day. In a few weeks, he'll be back to his playful self. Driving home, a woman spotted a small, shivering puppy approaching her car. She stopped, her heart breaking as she saw the puppy soaked and trembling from the cold rain. Without hesitation, she picked up the puppy, taking him to the warmth and safety of her home. She dried his fur and offered him a bowl of milk, which he eagerly drank, hungry and exhausted. After a much-needed bath, the puppy was dried and wrapped in a towel. The woman showered him with love and care, determined to give him a happy life. This little puppy, once lost and alone, now had a loving home where he could grow strong and healthy. A biker came across a tiny, terrified kitten hiding under a bridge. The kitten's eyes were wide with fear, and he didn't trust anyone. But the biker was patient, slowly gaining the kitten's trust. He carefully scooped up the frightened cat and took him home. There, the kitten received a warm, comforting bath, his fears washed away with the water. Once dried, the kitten's fear melted into calmness, and he eagerly awaited a meal. After drinking his fill of milk, the kitten's playful spirit emerged. He started to play, joyfully dancing around the room. This once scared kitten was now safe, happy, and loved, thanks to a kind biker who gave him a second chance. A man noticed a tiny bird struggling in the water, desperately trying to stay afloat. He quickly scooped it up, relieved to have saved it just in time. Nearby, he spotted a nest filled with 4 more baby birds, chirping loudly. He couldn't leave them behind, so he decided to take them all home. It was a challenging task, as their large mouths meant they were always hungry. He spent his days searching for worms, feeding the constantly chirping birds. But soon, they began to grow, their cries quieting as they learned to fend for themselves. Even after they could fly, the birds stayed close, often returning to visit the man who had saved them. The bond they shared was unbreakable, a beautiful reminder of how kindness can change lives. Comments below which rescue story from this video is your favorite, and show some love with a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next rescue story.